Welcome back to the Dylan Shea channel. I am absolutely boiling right now, mainly because it's about 30 degrees and also because Spurs just played Chelsea in what's probably the game of the season so far. I mean, wow. I'm a Spurs fan if you didn't know, and I've been very depressed for the last 90 minutes of my life. Very depressed because I've seen us not really turn up at Stamford Bridge again for about the 30th year in a row. Luckily, I'm only 19, so I didn't have to live the other 11. Yeah, it was very depressing. Very bad performance from Spurs, and Chelsea dominated. I thought Chelsea were absolutely brilliant. I just can't get over what I just saw. To be how have we come away with a draw? I have no idea. Honestly, no idea. I mean, we just got battered. We got absolutely battered by Chelsea. If you look at the average positions, you can clearly see, it was very one-sided. You only have two Chelsea defenders behind the halfway line in Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, who were both exceptional today. Thiago Silva, every time Harry Kane got the ball, he was just on him straight away. Didn't give him any room at all. And Koulibaly, yeah, that signing is absolutely fantastic for Chelsea. He was superb. He was my man of the match. Cannot believe he gave it to Reece James. Extremely lazy, really, from Jamie Carragher. I love Jamie Carragher. I think he's probably the best pundit, to be honest. But I like his commentary as well. You can tell he does his research. But giving Reece James man of the match because he scored. I mean, really, he just wasn't man of the match. It was definitely Koulibaly, in my opinion. But I thought so many Chelsea players were done well. I thought Kai Havertz was brilliant. I mean, he should have scored. He missed an absolute sitter, but he should have scored. But he was good. I don't know what it is with when Chelsea just play Tottenham, every one of their players just becomes like the best version of themselves. It's crazy. Cucurella, not the first time he's pocketed Kulusevski. I love Kulusevski, but my God, he was pocketed by Cucurella today. Son was poor. Very, very poor. Kane was poor. On SofaScore. His rating is 7.8. I know he scored, but he was awful up until that point. I thought Højbjerg was awful until the goal, of course. I thought Bentancur was bad as well. I just thought every Spurs player was bad apart from Romero. I thought Romero was good. Very good, actually. I mean, he's always good. And I didn't think Emerson Royale was actually that bad either, to be honest. I thought defensively he did quite good. But obviously offensively he's not great, is he? But yeah, great game. I mean, why Conte's got a red card, by the way? I mean, he's clearly gone to shake Tuchel's hand, or Tuchel's hand, and Tuchel's just held on to his hand. That's not Conte's fault. So I'm not sure if you get a ban for red cards. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look that up. But Tuchel, he should have got red carded, but not Conte, in my opinion. Thought the changes really changed the game for Spurs, well, which is sort of the point, really, isn't it? Richarlison came on, and even though, on the ball he didn't really do anything, he just offered way more energy. Perisic the same. I made a video on TikTok. My TikTok will be in the description if you want to click on it. I made a TikTok on how I think Ryan Sessegnon could be massive for Spurs, and then he lets me down with a subpar performance. I mean, he was just wasn't direct at all. Didn't really want to take on his man, and yeah, he just didn't offer anything. Perisic came on and just did much better. You could just tell he was just so much more experienced. Just a better player, really, to be honest. I thought Basuma should have came on a lot earlier for Højbjerg. I know Højbjerg scored in it. It was a great finish, but he was struggling in that midfield with Conte and Jorginho. And Basuma was excellent against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and at the Amex last year. So, he's had no problem with them before. So I thought he should have started or came on a lot earlier. But, an amazing game. Just absolutely incredible. Chelsea by far the better team, like they always are against Spurs. But Spurs somehow getting a very good point in the end away at Stamford Bridge. So yeah, that is very interesting. Really was like Battle of the Bridge 2.0. Ended 2-2 that game as well. I did a video on Everton versus Aston Villa. I did a match reaction to that. You should have a look at it. Um, and I chose a 3 p.m. game to watch, and I chose Arsenal versus Leicester because they were the two teams I thought were close to each other in terms of squad quality. However, on the pitch, Arsenal clearly the better side. Now, like I said, I'm a Spurs fan, so it hurts me to say this, but Arsenal look very, very good. The the amount of technical players they have on the ball is scary. I mean, they can just play football so well. I think they probably, when you think of possession wise and keeping the ball around that zone 14 area, Arsenal are probably the best, along with Man City and maybe Liverpool. They're up there with the best in the Premier League. They're up there with Chelsea. I think they're better than Spurs at that, actually, that at keeping the ball in the final third. When you have someone like Martin Odegaard to link up the play, and I want to shout out Martinelli, actually, because even before he scored, I thought he just looked really lively. So many times he managed to beat the right back, and he was fantastic for Arsenal. It really was. And yeah, very good performance. Very, very good performance. Let's talk about the Arsenal's main man. Would you say Arsenal's main man or Saka? So it's either Jesus or Saka, isn't it? Or Martin Odegaard. Let's talk about Jesus because again he was fantastic. He was even better in this game than he was against Palace, and he was good against Palace. He made Johnny Evans look amateur at times. There was this time where he just held the ball up and then just shrugged Johnny Evans off of him, but using skill at the same time. Very impressive. And his finish, of course, very Alexis Sanchez-esque. I'm sure you've seen it on TikTok. But a great performance, a great goal, a very good goal. Just chipped it into that far corner. And I know he was good, but I really hope he doesn't continue this form because he looks too good right now. And it's scary. It really is. It's 2 quiet games from Saka, though. That maybe he's just warming up into the new season. Maybe it's just going to take him a while, a few games to get that sharpness back up. But, what's happening to you? But I've not been impressed with Bukayo Saka so far this year. I expect more from him, to be honest. But obviously, Jesus did get another goal as well, a header at the back post, which takes them to 2, which makes me very unhappy because I don't have him in my fantasy team. But I just thought Arsenal played with such a quick tempo. I mean, they were just brilliant. They just kept the ball. And what I love, the press. The press was so good from Arsenal. They weren't winning it, extremely high up the pitch, but the midfielders were just pushed up so high that Arsenal's midfielders always just kept winning the ball back because Leicester would either just kick it out and no one would be there because there's so many Arsenal bodies around them. And that means Arsenal just recycle the ball and get that tempo going again. And they just carried on through the whole game. They did concede 2 goals, though, to Leicester. What the first goal was a Maddison goal, or a Saliba own goal. I've seen a lot of Spurs fans, having a go. But, I mean, it's a poor mistake. I mean, he has to do better there. But it happens. It happens. He still looked great, to be honest. I mean, he outpaced Vardy at times, which is impressive. Not many defenders do that. But Leicester's second goal, very good goal actually. Iheanacho came on. I think he should move away from Leicester if he wants more game time. I thought, why don't a Leeds or something go in for him? But he came on, a really good reverse pass to Maddison, and Maddison's a quality player, and he just finishes it. But defensively, I mean, Arsenal just had them on strings because as soon as Leicester scored the 2 goals, so Leicester scored their first, Arsenal went and scored, and Leicester scored again, Arsenal went and scored again. It was just straight away. I think Leicester have to be better. It's a quality team they've got there, and they're just not performing to the level that they can perform at. You look at that midfield of Tielemans, Maddison, and Didi, and the defence. Johnny Evans is a good player. Fofana's fantastic. James Justin. They are a fantastic team, Leicester. So to concede 4 like that, I know the Jesus and Martinelli one were, they're quite unstoppable. The Martinelli goal was just fantastic. But there's just other goals where Leicester really have to improve defensively on. But yeah, really impressed with Arsenal. I thought they were great. And if you look at the XG, just to show how impressive this performance was from Arsenal, their XG was 3.0, whereas Leicester's was 0.7. That's really impressive. That is domination from Arsenal, just creating really good chances. Again, with that tempo, if you have that tempo, you sustain it, which Arsenal did in the press. You will create chances, and that's exactly what they did. Let's get on to the last game that I watched of the weekend, along with the Everton and Villa one, of course, was Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. What I would say is, wow, the Nottingham Forest fans were loud. Very, very loud. I thought Nottingham Forest were really, really good. I thought Nico Williams, he was really impressive. I watched Nico Williams quite a lot for Wales, and he's just a really, really impressive player, can play on both wings. And today I think he proved that he really is Premier League quality. I thought he was very, very good. Obviously had a block off the line. What knee. He was fantastic today. He was brilliant. I'm sorry. I really am sorry for what I just done. Yeah, he was fantastic. I thought his effort was brilliant. The amount of runs he made behind the defenders, in behind. He was offside quite a lot, and he was quite unlucky, to be honest. But I thought he was brilliant. I thought he really, really was brilliant. Thoroughly deserved the goal. Of course, it was scrappy. That's a way to get your first Premier League goal. Why not be scrappy? I thought he was, but he thoroughly deserved it, like I said. And just put in so much effort for the team. I thought on the ball he could have been better. There were times where Brennan Johnson went through, or someone else, Lingard, and he just didn't quite find them. So I think that could improve. However, his effort and his running off the ball was fantastic. I do want to talk about Brennan Johnson because I thought he was missing, to be honest, for Nottingham Forest. Really expected more from him, and I've got him in my FPL, so I was quite devastated when that goal was disallowed, to be honest. But I thought he was just really, really quiet. I was disappointed. I thought he can do better than that. He was obviously so good in the Championship. I just expect more from him, really. It just seemed like he just wasn't involved in the game. Every other Nottingham Forest player was, apart from him. And he was their best player, one of them last year. So I expect more from him. I think he has to deliver more if he wants to stay in that team. Let's not forget they've got in Emmanuel Dennis now as well. So he's going to have to work to stay in that team. And he's going to have to improve from his performance today. Do you want to talk about some other players as well that I thought were fantastic for Forest? Was O'Brien. He was my man of the match. He was the actual man of the match as well in the game. He was just everywhere. I really thought he was brilliant. He just made a few interceptions, a few tackles as well. Just really, really good performance. Really, really good. And also Toffolo at left back as well. He was good. Really neat going forward, and defensively as well was incredible for Nottingham Forest. Made some key tackles. Really did well when holding someone off to clear the danger. Made a clearance off the line as well. Yeah, really, really impressed with him, and was a massive part of the goal that Nottingham Forest scored. Which let's talk about Lingard, because I thought he was good as well. You could tell he's sort of a level just a bit above. Well, just quite a bit above Forest. You can see why he was in that West Ham team that finished, was it 6th? He's just on the ball. He was fantastic, never lost it, and was a big part of why they scored. I know he scuffed the shot, but you just knew Lingard would be involved somehow. Let's talk about West Ham, because West Ham weren't bad. It's always going to be a tricky place to go, Forest away. Their first game back in the Premier League in a very, very long time. I thought they were fine. I thought they were decent. I don't know why he played Ben Rama. For me, he does not deserve a team in that West Ham side. I think you play Cornet or Lanzini and put Fornals on the left or through the middle and just play Cornet out wide or Lanzini. But yeah, West Ham were good. I thought Antonio was just so frustrated for the entire game. And the goal that was disallowed, do I think it should have been disallowed? I do. This isn't NFL. He has just ran into him and pushed him over. For me, it's definitely not a goal. The player was going to go out to him, and he's just ran and barged him over. It's got to be disallowed. There was a moment I think Ben Johnson's doing really well. I was impressed with him last year when he was at right back. There was a moment in the game where Awani was running in behind. I think it was Awani anyway, and he just played a really intelligent offside trap, which was really good. So yeah, he's obviously massive for West Ham. Great that he can play left back, right back, and centre back as well. So yeah, I'm impressed with him. Why is Declan Rice taking pens? I know it's very cliche, to say, why is he taking the pen? He's got to get off pens. Why is he taking the penalties? But he's got, why is Declan Rice on penalties? I mean, you've got Antonio, you've got Fornells, you've got very technical players in that team, and you're giving it to a CDM or a box-to-box player. I know Fabinho takes them for Liverpool, but he has a track record of being very good. He doesn't even take them for Liverpool. Mo Salah takes them. Fabinho's just a second option, but Declan Rice should not be taking pens for West Ham. Okay, that's the 3 games I watched. I do want to let's just discuss a few more things. Let's talk about 2 players, actually, I want to talk about in particular. The first player is Sekou Mara, who came on for Southampton. I thought he was absolutely brilliant when he came on. He just looked quality. I think he's a centre mid. I mean, his assist is definitely assist of the weekend. Really fantastic. It might have been a no-look as well. It might have been. I'll have to watch it again, but it looked like it. And obviously Kyle Walker-Peters, someone I rate. Great finish from him, but he just looked quality. He had another chance where he just dribbled past 2 players and struck it with his left, I think it was, this time. And the keeper made a good save, but he was he had a really good cameo when he came on. And he's not the only player who did that this weekend. Because, hang on, I don't know if I'll get this right. Karu Mitoma from Brighton. Japanese player. He looked really good. He could have had an assist from Pascal Gross. Can carry the ball. Really quick feet. Someone who can get down the line. Skiller player. I was really impressed with him when I seen him on Match of the Day. He looked really bright for Brighton. Haaland only got an assist versus Bournemouth. Who's my captain? Come on, Erling. Yeah? Come on. I need more. I need more from you. You're home to Bournemouth. What more do you want? And you're giving me an assist. Although Foden. How he's not sweated it to Haaland, by the way. Absolute disgrace. That gives me more points for my FPL, and he's let me down. So, I'm not happy. If you have enjoyed this video, I know there's only 3 games that I sort of discussed, whereas last week there was 5. Yeah, sorry. I'll try and do more in the future. But if you have enjoyed, hit the like button, press subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.